Your beliefs. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, Set Up for Success, talking about some lessons and things that I've learned over my 60 years of life that have, some of them have been very hard-fought lessons, some of them have been pretty easy. This is one that is, gosh, it hasn't been an easy lesson for me. And it's information that I've been exposed to literally thousands and thousands of times throughout my life. But it took a long time before it sunk in and that I got it. Before I had that aha moment where I realized, oh, I really can and do have some control over the things I think, the things I feel, the things I believe. And those thoughts, feelings, beliefs, emotions all control what I will or will not do, how I end up acting. And how I act, and all of those things combined determine the results that I get in my life. And for a lot of years, I felt like life just battled me around and battered me around like a ship in the sea, the wind, right? Batters the sails around, and we go in whatever direction the wind is blowing. Well, a lot of times I felt like that in my life. And then I came to learn and understand that how I feel, my emotions, what I think about that, what I believe, all of those things are based on the experiences that I've had throughout my life up to the point that I'm thinking the thing I'm thinking or believing the thing that I'm believing. But at any given time, I have the personal power and the ability, because we all have these incredible brains that we're equipped with, to reevaluate what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what emotions I'm experiencing, what I'm believing, and how I want to respond and act based on all of that. And I can choose to continue to respond in ways that I always have, just out of habit, or I can make a different choice. I have the power to absolutely, positively make a different choice. Now, it's hard. I'm not going to lie and say that it's easy. Thinking about, most people will go through their life and they will never think about what they believe. They will just believe, just like I did for decades, what happens just happens. It happens for no reason. It's just random. It's like whatever I experience, I just experience because I'm in the right place at the right time or the wrong place at the wrong time based on my beliefs. And over time, I tested and played with this a little bit to see if I really do have the ability to control certain aspects of my life and my situation. And as much as things are outside of our control, it's how we respond to it and what's inside of us that really determines the trajectory and the direction and how we feel about the life that we're living. I don't know, there's experts on this stuff, way more than me, and I've read a lot of stuff, but it does not in any way, shape, or form make me an expert. All I can talk about is my personal experience. And so, to me, all of these things are so interconnected, it's challenging to pull them apart and separate them, especially when you're doing it for yourself. But the only person that can do it for you is you. So I like to think about, and it's not until I notice something that feels off to me that I would even think about it, right? If we're going around our life and we're going throughout our life, we're just happy-go-lucky and everything's fine and we're happy about everything in our life, we don't notice that anything is off. But it's when I notice that something feels off or negative or bad, or I'm upset about something, or I'm not sleeping, or I'm eating too much junk food, or I'm not eating, or I'm exercising not enough, whatever the change is that occurs in my life, I have to ask myself, why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling lazy and I don't want to go for my walk today? Why am I feeling upset or irrational or irritated? What's happened? What's changed to cause me to be feeling a certain way that I'm not used to feeling, or it just feels different. And then I'll look at and ask myself, well, what emotions am I feeling? Why am I feeling whatever I'm feeling? If I'm feeling off, well, how do I define off? Remember we did that emotional guidance system in that scale the other day? Can I describe what I'm feeling? Am I feeling sad? Am I feeling lonely? Am I feeling angry? Am I feeling upset? Has something happened to trigger that emotion or that feeling in me? And I just start asking myself a bunch of questions. And then based on that emotion I'm feeling, if I name it, what are my thoughts around that? Does it feel like a situation that I've been in the past? Because what happens is our beliefs come from the thoughts we think a lot. Have you ever started going down a road where you wake up, you're having a bad day, you're not sure why, but maybe you just don't feel good. Maybe you have a stomach ache or your knee hurts. That happens to me a lot. And you're wondering, why does my knee hurt? Why is this upsetting me? Da 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 da. And you start thinking this, and then you think, well, my knee always hurts, or my stomach always hurts when I wake up, or I'm always super sleepy and it's hard for me to wake up. If we think those things over and over and over again, guess what? We start to believe them. We start to believe that that's just who we are. That's who we are. One of my most dreaded sentences somebody says to me is, that's just the way I am, or that's just the way we've always done it. That one's from my work life. I would hear that and I would literally cringe inside, because that tells me that the person is closed off and they're not even open to other possibilities, other situations. So our thoughts, things we think a lot, things we think often, or things we pile a lot of emotion or feeling or a lot of energy on, become our beliefs. And our beliefs then filter any way that we would act. If we don't feel like something is like us, or it's like us to do it, we won't do it. If it's not like us to read a book, we'll never pick up a book and read it, right? And we'll never have the desire to read a book. If it is like us, we probably read books, and we read books all the time. If it's not like us to get exercise, we won't even consider or think about getting any exercise. There was a decade where I was busy running other aspects of my life and businesses, and I put myself last, and so I didn't do anything except what I had to do. I never did any exercise on purpose, and so that was a belief. I believed that I didn't exercise, and so guess what? I didn't. And so that filters all of these things, and like I said, they all go back and forth and interrelate and react. So if I try to sit and say, okay, well, what are my feelings? What are my emotions? What are my thoughts? What are my beliefs? Especially in a highly charged emotional event, it's almost impossible to do that. We can do it, but it's hard, right? Because our emotions and our feelings are coming at us, and our thoughts are then coming at us on a subconscious level faster than we can possibly even separate and take out, except if we consciously choose to decide that, to unpack and unravel and figure out what is going on with us. So my question for you today is, pick one thing that you believe in strongly. One core, I call them core beliefs. The things that I feel deeply in my heart are my core beliefs. My core beliefs are that everybody deserves to be treated like a human being and the way you want to be treated. That is one of my core beliefs. I believe that we all deserve to think for ourselves, decide for ourselves, know what's right for ourselves, and things like that. Well, why do I believe that? And if I ask myself why I believe that, I will get different answers. You know, what? So ask yourself today, and just pick one and unravel it and see what comes up for you. Say, okay, this is the belief, and then take it backwards. Well, what are my thoughts that caused me to reinforce this belief? And then what are the emotions and feelings, and maybe what are some situations in my past that have caused me to adopt this belief? And then the biggie is, a couple biggies. Number one, how does that belief make you feel? If that belief makes you feel happy, light, positive, that means it's for you. It's true for you. Now, a belief that's true for you might not be true for anybody else around you, but it's true for you, so it's your belief, your truth. If it makes you feel bad or negative or hurt or any of the negative emotions, it's a lie for you. It's bad for you because it feels bad for you. Might be true for other people, but it's a bad thing for you. I've been involved in a lot of situations and a lot of businesses that felt bad to me, but they were super awesome and good for other people, but they just didn't feel right for me. So even though they were true and good for other people, they were bad for me. And it doesn't matter what's true and right and good for other people. It matters what feels right for you. So just pick one belief today, unravel it a little bit, ask yourself some questions about it, and see what you learn and discover about yourself. And the second thing, after you discover if it's true or false, a positive or a negative, a belief that you should keep or a belief that you should let go of because it's bad for you, ask yourself, as part of your investigation, where did this come from and who does it really belong to? Is it really a belief that I, at my age right now as an adult, want to continue to hold on to? Is it giving me the results I want in my life, or is it impeding me from getting something that I want in my life? If it's impeding you, it's worth looking at that belief and deciding, because we can always choose whether we want to continue to believe something or not, about everything, about life, about people, about the world, about the economy, about government, about what's possible, about ourselves. All of these things are beliefs. So that's it. That's our lesson for today for Set Up for Success. just take a look at your beliefs. And remember, just because a lot of people believe something doesn't make it true. Just because you hear it a lot, or the media supports it, or the internet, does not make it true. Always think and choose and decide for yourself. All right, go out, have an awesome day. I'll be with you tomorrow with another Setup for Success lesson. Bye.